The El Clasico final is tomorrow, and we have just got the biggest news I think Real Madrid could have got, and that is, of course, that Ferland Mendy is out. I'm of course joking. It's Kylian Mbappe being back, and Kylian Mbappe is officially training with the team. RMFC Arab, of course, shout out to them. And yeah, Kylian Mbappe is training. So what does this mean? You know, there's lots to talk about. Is he gonna start? Who is gonna be in the lineup tomorrow for the El Clasico? And some other stuff with the injuries. Rudiger, Mendy, Camavinga, Rodrygo. So lots and lots to talk about, of course. Before we begin, like, comment, and subscribe. Now, Kiki is, of course, training. But there is no guarantee Kylian Mbappe will be starting in that game. Because his injury is a bit weird. It's a bit of a like, it takes time, and it's a fatigue injury. Nonetheless, he of course got hurt, but I think he is rushing this performance because, guys, we saw it last year. He was a bit injured as well before the Super Cup final, the one that we lost 5-2, by the way. And he came back, scored the goal, and he got substituted in the first half. So this is my only worry for Mbappe, because of course I want Mbappe to play. Now, where do I want him to play? I'm gonna say a bit later in the video, but Kylian Mbappe changes the game for us completely. I mean, even if he plays as a striker, which I don't think will happen, I just think he changes the game for Madrid. Anybody can say that he is destroying the team and this and that, but if Kylian Mbappe plays with Gonzalo Garcia, which we have never seen, once again, that is a big risk. He gets injured because, I mean, striker, of course, demanding a lot, but when are you going to be making more runs, and when are you going to be taking on more players? It is, of course, if Kylian Mbappe starts at left wing, I think it's a huge risk. And that's where I actually would want to start Kylian Mbappe on the left wing and start Rodrygo on the right and Gonzalo Garcia as a striker. I think this is the best option Real Madrid has. While, of course, it is a big risk taking on Mbappe on the left wing, where he is going to be more prone to injury, in my opinion, or the reoccurring injury. But he would be taking on Koundé. My brother Koundé, guys, this is not Koundé from last year, where he's a defensive monster and, you know, helping Lamine Yamal attacking-wise, good passing, just comfortable. No, this is Koundé 2026. 2026 Koundé plays like Lucas Vazquez. He is not the same player he was last year, and I think Kylian Mbappe could have a feast day. That just brings me to my next point. Vinicius Jr. Is he going to play? Is he not going to play? What if Mbappe plays ahead of him? What is the lineup going to look like? I don't know. There is a lot of questions. But the only thing is, I want to mention one last time for Mbappe. I think he changes the game for Real Madrid. I think he completely changes how we attack, how we line up, of course. What if Gonzalo Garcia is playing his best game with Mbappe? We can never know. So that's why I think it's a huge risk to start Mbappe. But he would definitely help the team. Just, we gotta figure out where he starts and what he will actually offer to the team. And I hope he doesn't get injured. In my opinion, he is not gonna start the game, and he is gonna come off the bench. That is my opinion. I hope he doesn't start, because what if we actually play better without Mbappe, like actually says? Or I don't think that's the case. But what if he gets injured? What if he gets injured after 25 minutes? So that's an Mbappe injury for the future, but also one substitution completely wasted, and the team morale goes completely down. The team morale, you know, we are pumped, Mbappe is there, yeah. We have just wasted a sub, and we have wasted Kylian Mbappe, and the game is just completely different. So definitely huge risk, but I still want him to start at left wing. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely still want him to start. Next news, of course, is Justin Rodrygo is ready for the final. This is a bit of a later news. Of course, this was revealed yesterday. No injury. He had some, I think, muscle injury or a doubt from the right leg, I would say. Maybe I'm waffling. You can let me know in the comments, but I think it was a muscle injury. Rodrygo is completely fine. Huge for the final. Rodrygo, for the last 5 games, I think he has 6 GA, like 3 assists, 3 goals. He has been crucial to what Real Madrid has been doing. And yeah, without him, we wouldn't have been doing this much better. Like, the Sevilla game before this, and even the City game, when we lost the games, we looked poor. Rodrygo still looked like the best player on the pitch. I'm not gonna lie. Especially against City, where he scored that goal. Rodrygo has been sensational. I think he's gonna be a huge help. So yeah, I'm really happy that Rodrygo is, of course, available for the final. And he's definitely starting, guys. He's definitely starting. Next up is, of course, Rudiger, who wasn't training. Rodrygo is, of course. We know Rodrygo is starting now. But once again, news came out. Rudiger, it looks like he will be available. I mean, I do want to start Antonio Rudiger because I think if we start with Asensio and Dean Huijsen, we might as well forfeit the team. There is zero experience, zero physical prowess in that. Maybe Asensio is better, but still, Rudiger, I know he's not the same player as he was before. Yes, he is a bit washed now. Unk status coming up, creeping up. But I think he offers something much, much different from the other two guys. I think he offers that physical prowess in the box, and he could be genuinely a decider if he has a good game. Once again, I'm not saying Antonio Rudiger will have a good game. That's another thing to talk about because he could definitely have a stinker. But he did great against Atletico Madrid. For what he is this season, I think he did pretty well. Now, of course, he got substituted because I think there was a slight knock. So we will see if he starts. If he doesn't, Huijsen and Asensio, my confidence suddenly goes like 20 to 30% down. I'm going to be honest. I'm just not confident in Huijsen's ability to play in bigger games. Of course, he did much, much better against Barcelona than, for example, the game against Atletico, where he was atrocious alongside Carreras. But I just think Rudiger demands more from the defense, and I do think that in the Atletico Madrid game, Rudiger helped us be more focused. He was the only one local in the defense as well. You could see maybe after we conceded a corner or we conceded a stupid chance, he was the most vocal defender on the pitch, and I think he just helps the team with his, at least if it's not his ability, at least his experience, of course. So yeah, Rudiger, hopefully he starts tomorrow. If it's with Huijsen and Asensio, I don't know. I would like to see, to be honest, I would like to see more of a Huijsen and Rudiger pairing. I think they balance each other a bit more. But I mean, Huijsen, there is a debate to be talked about that his injuries are now becoming a serious problem for his debut season, because at the start Huijsen was looking much better. I hope his injuries get better, but once again, I don't even know if Huijsen is gonna be available fully for the final, so we can never know. There is so many question marks about this lineup. Now, I just want to ask you guys, if everybody was fit, okay, this is the criteria. If everybody was fit for this Real Madrid team, who would you start in this game? Who would be starting in your game? So give me a full 11, uninjured. Everybody is okay. Everybody is available for this Real Madrid team. It can be Trent, Carvajal, whoever. Whoever is injured is now available. Of course, drop your 11 down below in the comments. Please, I want to see your ballnage, first of all. Now, Camavinga is set to start. But I'm happy. Arda Güler on the bench. I don't think Arda Güler was ever going to start that game. I think in Clásicos especially, Arda Güler is not the player to start. Even in the first El Clásico, where we did much better in the than in the previous games, for example, with the Atletico game, I think Camavinga is a game changer. Camavinga played right mid against Barcelona at the Santiago Bernabeu, and for me, he just changes the game completely from a defensive standpoint, with his recoveries, ball-winning ability, his tackling, even his quality on the ball. But I'm gonna be honest, I am probably one of the biggest glazers of Camavinga, alongside Faisal. If you don't know, get to know. But that game against Atletico Madrid, it just didn't move me. I think Tchouaméni was better as a center back, to be honest. I think he didn't have a great game as well. I think Camavinga was poor on the ball. He was undecisive a lot, and he was just holding onto the ball too much. So what I want from Camavinga, just play simple football against Barcelona. That's all I want from you. Because if I look at the other options, for example, Ceballos, just put him in the bag. But Arda Güler, I don't want him to start this game because I want more physicality. And I think Rodrygo offers much more on the right side than Arda Güler, and Camavinga is just a better midfielder than Arda Güler, if we are being honest, especially as a 10 or a double pivot with Tchouaméni. So yeah, this is a really, really good decision, in my opinion, by the Real Madrid squad. Now, Ferland Mendy is out of the Supercup final. He has calf problems. Couldn't be more happier. Never play for my club again. Please, brother. How is he injured again? Please, guys. please make fun of Ferland Mendy. Mendy L in the comments. L Mendy in the comments. Because this is not real. How are you injured again? How? Please tell me. Like, this is actually a skill now. He actually might, like, I'm sure my community, at least some of you guys, know about FIFA, or PES, whatever you like to play. FC 26 now. This brother would have the best ability, would be injury prone. Injuries. This guy has just returned. He played like 30 minutes against Atletico, maybe 20. And he's injured again. How, bro? You are not even good. You are not even playing, bro. You cannot control a football. You cannot pass. You cannot cross. You cannot do anything. You are washed. I hope we sell you to Saudi. You know what? We are in Saudi. We are actually in Saudi. Broski, just stay after the game. And if we lose, you better stay. You better stay. So at least that's going to make me happy. Something that's going to make me happy. By the way, guys, tomorrow is my birthday. Real Madrid. Woo! If you lose that game tomorrow on my birthday, and I'm gonna be doing a watch along, of course. I don't care if it's my birthday, bro. We gotta grind. The grind never stops, man. If we lose, I'm gonna be crashing out, man. That's gonna be the worst loss of my YouTube career, bro. I've been doing this for 5 months. I know it's not a lot, but on my birthday, Super Cup final, Cup final as well. Yo, what did I do to deserve it, man? What did I do to deserve it? Now, last thing I want to talk about. Vinicius Jr. I mentioned before. I don't think he's going to be offering too much in this game, but Fede Valverde has come out to say this. I'll go to war for Vinny Jr. He is a special player for me, for the club. He gave us a lot of joy, and he will keep giving us joy. He has been nothing short of trash this season, by the way, Fede. And he has been giving us sadness the whole season and depression, in my opinion. But hey, man, I also went through a bad moment, and the first message I received was from him. I'll always be with him. Hey, man, W sympathy, bro. Keep coping. Vinicius Jr., if you play and you don't perform in this final, you are actually finito for me. Because everybody is saying, I actually think, I saw a lot of people on Twitter, by the way, and the guys even that I know from the content creation space, say that Vinicius Jr. is actually going to have a good game, in their opinion, and they are predicting Vinicius Jr. to have a good game. I'm not predicting anything. I don't want to be giving spoilers or predictions on Vinicius Jr. because he has been only disappointed me the whole season. And the last 6 months of last season, he was disappointing as well. Vinicius Jr., I genuinely have no expectations for you anymore, so you cannot disappoint me. You can't disappoint me. I'm not giving you anything from me. If you play trash, I expected it. If you play really, really good, my brother, I'm going to be the happiest. So I'm leaving no room for sadness from Vinicius Jr. And you should do that too. Just keep it there, bro. It's a safe space. We know Vinny has been cheeks. So what is there to tell that now he's suddenly going to perform in a cup final? Do I hope he performs well? Yes. I love Vinny. I think he's a great player. He's one of the most talented players in this generation. But I have not seen it this season. Maybe once against Barcelona in the first game. And then this brother got taken off and it destroyed our whole season. So maybe, you know what? Just stay on the bench, buddy. Just stay on the bench. I genuinely don't care. If Mbappe starts on the left and Vinicius Jr. gets benched, I would be happy. Now, as I said, of course, tomorrow is going to be my birthday, of course. So if you can, come on, bro. Wish me a happy birthday, man. I'm being shameless right now, but come on, bro. You can do it, man. And if you're there already in the comments, you might as well like and subscribe. Let's be honest, man. Road to 2K this year, of course. I'm joking, bro. Road to 10K. 10K subscribers. How about that, man? We got to shoot for the stars. But I'm still going to be doing a watch along. I hope you turn up. And if you do, of course, come to the chat with us. There is a lot of people, you know, nice community, Barca fans, Prem fans, even Real Madrid fans, of course. And the last thing I want to talk about is my final prediction for this game. Now, if you have watched up until this point, love you. But I am going to say Real Madrid will have a really, really tough time with Barcelona. I think Barcelona will actually score first. And that will play into Real Madrid's cards. We are going to come back 1-1. And the game is going to end either in a penalty shootout where Real Madrid tops Barcelona, in my opinion, from experience and more players that have taken penalties before. In huge games, for example, against Manchester City. And we are going to win 2-1 from penalties or 2-1 from full time. I think if Kylian Mbappe starts, he is going to decide the game. If he doesn't start, I think Jude Bellingham will have a huge part. Once again, all I'm gonna say this: if we play like we did against Atletico, we are gonna get spanked. If we play like we did against Barcelona at the Santiago Bernabeu and take our chances, we are winning this game. Because let's be honest, guys, FC Barcelona, cheeks club, and their defense is not good. I'm not gonna predict anything else than Real Madrid win. So Real Madrid will be lifting the trophy tomorrow, and I'm gonna be seeing it on my birthday on the watch along, where you will be watching, because you are a what? A goat, man.